Hi there, it's Haley with the Armageddon Report. Well, today we have some severe weather to talk about because it is spring. There's stuff actually occurring. Right, so today's threat is, it looked much more like a check mark earlier, but it's still maintaining that general check mark feel. Colorado, Kansas, Missouri, Oklahoma, Texas, New Mexico, all in a slight risk. So if we flip on over here to the wind map, so there'd be winds 58 miles per hour or greater. I think it's 50 knots. I've already forgotten. That's how they define it. They don't tell you miles per hour. They tell you knots. But if you're not a sailor or whatnot, you may not know knots. Anyway, so here's your 15% chance. And as you can see, there's a 5% chance around it where it extends a little bit more east. Not a whole lot westward, but farther south and farther north. Hail. Looks like it extends, it gets bottoms out a little bit more there with the 15, goes a little bit farther east and a little bit farther north. And, right, hail, by the way, 1 inch or larger. And tornado, any size of tornado is a severe weather event. It was previously 5%, I believe, for this general area today. But as of the latest outlook, it's been downgraded to just 2%. So that means if you pick any point in the green area, there's a 2% chance at that point, or someone within 25 miles of that point, will see a tornado today. Tomorrow, though, we have slight risk going on again, and with significant severe weather event chances. Right, so Kansas, Oklahoma, and Texas over here. Missouri, Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, and Kentucky. This looks a lot like a map that was that yesterday, the day before? I get so confused. There's so many blobs of probability going on all the time. Here is the specific severe weather probabilities map. So there's your two slight risk areas. And there is the black hatched area where the significant weather events are predicted. I read the text. Well, actually, we'll go to day 3 where there's also a significant thing. And then I'll tell you where I read the text because I have eyes and literacy. Right, so May 1st, day after tomorrow, as high as a 30% chance, slight risk going over a whole bunch of places. So, the highest risk is in, what have we got? South Dakota, Minnesota, Iowa, a little bit of Missouri, a little bit of Kansas, and a lot of Nebraska, a lot of the eastern part of Nebraska. Anyway, and then the black hatched area, which indicates the significant stuff. So now's where I tell you, on both of these, day 2 and the day after tomorrow, I read and I could not pick up, they didn't seem to specifically mention what the significant threat was. So I'm just going to put a guess out there based on history. There'll probably be significant hail is what's going to be on the books or whatever. So as opposed to just 1 inch or larger hail, there'll be 2 inch or larger hail. Potentially is what's going to be predicted in the black hatched areas. But obviously, as day 2 becomes day 1 and day 3 becomes day 1, when it's the day of, they will break it down into specific severe weather events, and then we'll know what. So, yesterday, there was a day 5 area for about here, and it should be on this map, but apparently, if you read the text again, right, there's considerable model variability exists regarding timing and amplitude of individual waves moving through this flow regime. I don't have a clue what any of that means, but the point is that apparently the certainty that existed enough yesterday to put this as a day 5 threat, which would now be day 4, apparently that certainty no longer exists. Right, so, but today there's enough certainty to put a check mark all over the United States or something. So if you're in an area like this today, you should totally pay attention, of course. WikiWix is WICKEDWX. There's weather.gov, Storm Prediction Center, weather sites, wherever you go, stuff like that. And enjoy what's left of the wonderful weekend.